Welcome to Boy Time Podcast. We're gonna get litty time, yeah. Oh, it's your Boy Time Podcast. Coming in with the slam dunk of a theme song.
Hi ho ho, it's me, Mary J. Blige, back at it again with a new episode of the Boy Time Podcast. And as always, I'm joined by Babby and Paul.
Hello.
That's right.
Yeah.
And keeping in line with the basketball metaphors, we got an alley-oop into a slam dunk. So this is the alley-oop podcast. It's not going to be a slam dunk because there wasn't a whole lot of stuff announced. Just a lot of things like announcements of announcements or like release dates and stuff like that. So not really a whole lot to talk about. That being said, we will have a little bit of a David Lynch hour sometime probably around the middle of the podcast because me and Babby finished season 1 of Twin Peaks, and I also watched the hit 2002 film Mulholland Drive. I should probably double check that's when that came out. 2001. Dang it. Whatever. So we'll be doing a quick review of those things. The first episode or the first season of Twin Peaks is only like 8 episodes, so we still don't really know a whole lot, but we'll get to that later. But I guess we'll just start off with some of the more exciting stuff.
Ooh.
The most exciting thing for me is actually going to be in show news, so we're going to be talking about that first. This actually might be out by the time this podcast comes out. Depends on when I edit it, because I've been forgetting, and then it comes out a couple days late, but that's okay. But we got a new Chappelle Special coming out on October 5th, which is Tuesday, and I'm very excited for this. Chappelle is one of my favorite comedians ever, and it's always a treat to see when he's going to be dropping something. I don't think we have any details about if it's going to be 1 or 2. Traditionally on Netflix, he releases like 2-pack things.
Tupac.
Yes, my favorite rapper, Tupac. So I don't know if we know anything about how long it's going to be, but I will probably be watching it the day of. Actually, I know, Babby, do you want to watch that with me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we'll see. But we'll be seeing that on Tuesday the 5th, and I'm very excited for that. And then the other thing that is show-related is that the Boba Fett show is coming out December 29th. This was hinted at the last season of The Mandalorian. That Boba Fett, there's like an after-credit scene at the season finale that he kills the guy who took over for Jabba the Hutt, and then he's kind of in charge. So this is going to be probably even more of like a Star Wars underworld show than The Mandalorian is, because The Mandalorian is kind of transformed into weird Jedi stuff when it started out as a space western, but that's fine. But this it's coming out on December 29th. I've seen some people a little bit angry because it's like just scraping by, still coming out in 2021, but honestly, I don't care. So, whatever, it'll come out when it comes out. I still haven't seen the whole Star Wars Visions thing that just came out, the anime one. I saw the first episode, and I was like, that was pretty decent. And I think that's the highest reviewed one. But it was pretty cool. I'll have to watch it eventually. But that is actually it for show news. We'll probably circle back and do Twin Peaks a little bit later. Just because I don't have a whole lot of news, I'll probably just kind of get through it pretty fast, and then we'll go more in depth for review stuff. Only one thing for movie news. There was a trailer for the new Disney film. It's called Encanto. I watched the trailer, and when it first started, and I thought it was going to be a Coco ripoff. As it went, I don't think it is really. Based on what I could tell, is that it's either set in Mexico or somewhere in Latin America. I think it has that Spanish design, but it takes place in this like magical house, a la Monster House actually. A lot of similarities, but like the house is magical, and everybody who lives in this family, traditionally like the entire like Mexican household, like the entire family would live in it. So like in Coco, like all the generations lived under like one roof, and that's kind of what's going on here. But everybody has their own magical power in the family. So like one of the cousins is like the most beautiful woman in the whole entire realm. And, like one of the other cousins is like super strong. But the main character, she doesn't have her magical power yet, and the house is starting to lose its magic. So it's like, oh no, you gotta save the house and magic and the family stuff. I don't know. We'll have to see if it's any better or worse than Coco. I don't know if it would be pretty hard to beat Coco in my opinion. But we'll see. That's coming out on Thanksgiving. So we're getting 2 Disney films this year. We got Raya and the Last Dragon in like April, I think. That one was just okay. I don't think it was the best Disney movie, like recent Disney movie. So we'll have to see how this is. I am cautiously optimistic, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. That's it for movie news. We have a couple small things in gaming.
My favorite part.
I know. We got the date announced for the Battlefield 2077 open beta. That's coming out next weekend. October 8th through the 9th was the date that I saw.
Yeah, they'll probably get extended through the 10th.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of weird.
They never say that. I don't know why.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of weird to start it on a Friday and end it on a Saturday. But
yeah, they just do that, and then they'll be like, "Oh, we extended it for 2 days. Wow,
that's so awesome." So I don't know. Do you know what's in it?
I don't know if they have details of what's in it yet.
Okay, I haven't seen anything.
Probably your standard Battlefield Battlefront beta. Couple
Okay.
maps, couple game modes.
Well, that'll be fun, probably.
I'll be playing that, so
Yeah, we'll give her a shot, if you will. Next weekend, we'll give you a full review.
Full review. I will dedicate my life to it for 2 days.
That's right. 16-hour review
16
after.
hours.
Actually, that would kind of work if it ends on Saturday when we would have had, well, I guess, a day. But whatever. You'll hear our thoughts on that next week. Then the other little bit of gaming news is that Blue Point, the studio that I constantly praise, except for that one time that they made Demon's Souls, they officially partnered with PlayStation Studios. So PlayStation bought out Blue Point, which was, I mean, practically they were already just a PlayStation studio because they did Shadow for the Colossus for the PS4, the Nathan Drake collection for the PS4, and then Demon's Souls, which was a PS5 launch exclusive. So, I mean, they were pretty much already a PlayStation studio, but now it's official, and PlayStation bought them out. So I don't know what they're going to be working on next. If I was to guess, it would probably be a Gex remaster, but frankly, I don't know.
Only hope.
Yeah, we can only hope. I don't even know who owns Gex, so probably not Sony though. Probably, I don't know, Hudson Soft. But that was a little bit of news. I saw like people getting very, very excited for that, and I don't know like, I don't really get the hype. Like, they've been a PlayStation studio this whole time, pretty much. I don't remember what they did before Shadow of the Colossus and all that, but they're already a PlayStation studio practically. So it doesn't really change much.
They just have more funding and support now.
Yeah, but Demon Souls was already like the AAA launch game. Like,
True.
for some reason, the PS5 launch game was Demon Souls, which was a remaster of a like PS3 game. Or you could play the Sackboy 2D platformer. Or no, it was like the Super Mario World 3D World thing. Whatever, I didn't play it. And that's it for gaming news. We had the big Nintendo Direct last week where we had a lot of content out of that. And now we got nothing. I think in a couple weeks we got DC Fandom, so I'll be giving my thoughts on the Suicide Squad game and Gotham Knights, along with the new Batman trailer. So, that's the next like big event. And I almost forgot to mention, this is also gaming news. Jeff Keighley actually announced when the new Game Awards are going to be for this year. Let me pull that up. December 9th. So I would imagine that the nominees would be coming out probably within the next month or two. If the award show is going to be in early December. So when those come out, you will find out here. We will be talking about those. It's always fun to speculate what we would think would win or what we would want to win. So that'll be pretty epic.
I honestly cannot name a game that came out this last year.
Yeah, I don't know if I played a game that's come out this year.
You guys are such idiots. Humankind came out this year.
I guess.
I don't know. I played that for 3 hours. I don't know if I can give a.
I think you played it for like an hour, hour and a half. I don't think it was 3
Maybe.
hours.
I don't remember. It was one night.
Yeah,
It was not long.
that would probably win strategy game though. I don't know what else. Like, I guess Age of Empires 4 is also coming out this year, but that's later.
I've heard that isn't. Oh, that already came out, didn't it?
I don't think so.
It was late last month, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Or maybe it was this month. Either way, I'm pretty sure I've already seen people playing it. But I've also heard that apparently it's not exactly a great game on release.
Oh, that's too bad.
Which is to be expected nowadays, sadly. But
yeah,
it's what you do.
Looking like it's a little bit rough in the beta, but it's supposed to come out on October 28th.
The beta, yeah, that's what it was.
So they still have some time to fix it, but whether or not they can beat Humankind might be a little bit rough.
Probably not.
Probably not. So we'll see when the Game Awards come out. I honestly don't know what will be nominated for Game of the Year. I've played a lot of new stuff. I think right now my Game of the Year is probably Psychonauts 2. But I don't know what else would even come close. There hasn't been a whole lot.
Just put money in Fortnite.
Ooh. Probably the Batman Fortnite skin is probably my Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I had for gaming, movie, and show news. I have a little bit of music news, but I absolutely guarantee that Babby's going to be talking about it, so I'll just save that for him. Now, do we want to do the David Lynch review hour, or do we want to jump into music news?
We can do David Lynch.
Okay.
Music's going to be like 10 minutes, so.
Yeah. Okay. So we watched Twin Peaks, the first season. What'd you think?
Pretty good.
Yeah? Is it the best television you've ever seen?
No, but it's easy to watch and follow, and I appreciate that.
I think that's going to be the situation for now. I have heard things where later in the series, it becomes very Lynchian. It gets needlessly convoluted, and it gets hard to follow. But this setup, reasonably easy. There's a lot of characters, but I feel like they're all, they all have their own thing, and it's very easy to kind of, get who they are from like the first time you see them. Like you see Big Ed, the gas station guy, and you know from day one that he's just a good old boy, except he is cheating on his wife.
Which is true, but everybody's banging everybody in this show, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's like one of the
Very good
themes
point.
is that I think like almost every single character is either like cheating on their significant other, being cheated on, or in a secret relationship, and oftentimes are in two bubbles at once. And that is a major thing that is throughout the whole show. I don't know what that will lead to. We are only one season in. I guess the only person that isn't in a relationship is the Kyle MacLachlan's FBI agent Cooper, even though someone wanted to be, but frankly she was
He's too good for
underage.
that.
No, she wasn't.
Well, I don't know. I couldn't tell if she was lying.
She was 18, but her actress was 30.
Yeah. I want to look up the age for these people, but I also am afraid of
Literally every
spoilers.
single freaking high schooler is like played by some like late 20s, 30-year-old.
Yeah.
Which makes everything a little bit more comfortable.
It does. That is true.
Compared to something like Dark or something. But
yeah. Yeah, I guess that is a little bit nice, but they didn't really cast like stuff like that in the 90s. This was a very serious show. They needed acting chops, and unless you're Drew Barrymore in E.T., then
there's nobody else.
there's no other like really solid. Well, I guess the Goonies and Stand By Me also happened, but like those are movies. This is
Like
for a
middle
CBS
school,
TV
too.
show.
Yeah.
For a drama like this, I don't really know how popular
I like
it
it.
was. Yeah. It's a little bit cheesy and corny at times.
And some of its charm, though. It's got that 90s television feel.
Yes. I think, I don't know. In between seeing the first season of Twin Peaks for the first time in like the fall of 2019, I've, seen the majority of season 1 of The Wire, and I saw the pilot for The Sopranos. And of course, we watched Breaking Bad, which came out in 2008. And I think The Wire came out in either early 2000s or late 90s. And just seeing how TV has evolved from 1990s to the early 2000s into the 2010s, I don't really dig this style. I think, but The Wire is like noted as being one of the most like impactful, like influential shows when it comes to like setting the tone, and I think specifically in acting, it's probably one of the best acted shows I've seen. And I just seen the first, like not even the full first season for Pete's sake. But we're not talking about The Wire. We're talking about Twin Peaks. For real though, who do you think killed Laura Palmer? Quick.
Laura Palmer.
Spoilers.
Even though we literally know.
We know?
Kind of.
Yeah. That's the crux of the show is who killed Laura Palmer. It's like a big mystery. And we don't know. We know that she
I'm
was
sorry to spoil, but it was me.
Oh, you rat coward. You always were my favorite character in a show that came out in 1990.
Yeah, I am a 90s kid after all.
That's true.
It's true.
Yeah, I don't really know. I feel like the whole Leo Johnson and Jacques Renault, I think that's a red herring. I'm sure there's going to be someone
I'm
else.
sure it is, but I mean, you can't really make a guess anymore the way they ended it. So
Yeah. And yeah, I'm not sure where they go from this. I did remember the season finale being more Lynchian, but I think I am thinking of that first time we're in the like red drape room with everyone speaking backwards,
yeah,
which is by far the most Lynchian thing in the show. Which I think that might be one of my favorite parts of the show, and I'm not usually a big fan of that. I wasn't a big fan of that in Eraserhead. We'll get to my thoughts on Mulholland Drive. But yeah, I think it's pretty good. We'll have to see where it goes from here. Because I love Kyle MacLachlan, and if he's dead, I'm gonna literally cry. It's not even funny. Are you gonna
He is my
cry?
favorite character, so hopefully he doesn't die.
Yeah, me too. I think my biggest question, aside from who killed Laura Palmer, which is the thought that's on everyone's minds, frankly, is who's Diane and how is she getting these tapes? Because he just tape records everything and he like tape records it and he's like, I did get those earplugs that you sent me. It's like, how'd you know? It's not like you're calling her or something. You're just recording this on a tape. Are you emailing, like sending it through snail mail? Sending her a package? It's just a tape and then she listens to it?
The FBI, they have technology before everybody else does.
Oh, okay.
Indeed.
I could see that. Well, give us 3 weeks and we'll give our full opinions on the rest of the first part of the show. The part that came out before 2017. I don't know much about the 2017 part of the show. I know the Red Letter Media boys. I'm pretty sure the guy that really likes Jay, his name is Jay, but the guy who really likes David Lynch in that group, I think he likes it. I haven't watched the review yet because I don't want it spoiled. So hopefully it's good. I guess we'll just see. But I need to talk about this little indie movie called Mulholland Drive. I watched that today, actually. 2.5 hours long. Eraserhead was an hour and 40, I think. So I was a little bit worried going into it because, for those who don't remember, for my Eraserhead review, I did not like that movie. I thought it was way too artsy and avant-garde. It's definitely a Babby type movie, but not for me. And so I thought, you know what, I'll give him another chance. This one came out a little bit later. It came out after Twin Peaks. So we'll see if he's learned anything from that. And he did. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. It really did not feel like it was 2.5 hours. It actually kind of flew by, which is surprising. That almost never happens. But it's hard to describe the plot of this movie because there's a lot of different things. Like, I'm pretty sure the movie starts like 4 different times. And it like introduces like 4 main characters and only 2 of them really matter. It's kind of weird. There's a lot of just like throwaway scenes where it's like a scene that's like 5 minutes where it's a character that we'll never see again, but it's like feels like it's setting up a whole thing. And I don't know if there's deleted scenes. I knew that there were some deleted scenes that was on the Blu-ray I was watching it on, but I did not watch those. In terms of notable people that I recognized in it, there was a guy from Breaking Bad, the guy that gets like alternative identities for people, the guy who owns the vacuum store.
Vacuum Man.
Yeah, the vacuum man.
Ooh, heck yeah.
He's in this movie very, very briefly. He's one of the main characters that's introduced and then disappears. I think he does have a deleted scene that I guess never made it But he's in it, and the little person from Twin Peaks that speaks backwards in the red drape room, he's in this movie. Again, very briefly, but a pretty important role, I think, in the grand scheme of things. Honestly, I don't know what happened in this movie. I think this is a running theme when it comes to Lynch's stuff, especially his movies. I feel like I need to watch this thing like 5 more times before I even really know what happened. But I guess like if I was to like a brief synopsis is that there's like this actress from Hollywood, or no, she's from Canada who moves to Hollywood. And she stays at her aunt's house, who's already an established, I'm like completely blanking on actress. Why couldn't I think of that? She's already an established actress, her aunt is, and so she went out, she's on a shoot, and while she's on this shoot, she's letting her niece stay in her Los Angeles bungalow while she gets established and goes on auditions and stuff. But at the same time, there is someone who I guess broke into the apartment, who we actually got introduced to in the, I guess, second beginning of the movie. She gets in a car accident, and she's the only survivor in the car accident, and she is like concussed, and she has amnesia. And she just kind of like wanders into this apartment before this Canadian aspiring actress walks in. And the two kind of spend the entire part of the movie trying to get her identity back. And I think that's about as much as I got. Because you get further than that, and there's a lot of details that I'm pretty hazy on. I think similar to Eraserhead, the first 2 acts kind of made sense. We were kind of cutting between, the 2 main characters' plot, and then just introducing random people and then having them never show up again. Or Billy Ray Cyrus is in this movie. How did I forget to mention that? Billy Ray Cyrus is banging this director's wife, but he's like a real chivalrous dude about it. I don't know. It's weird. But we're cutting back to Billy Ray Cyrus or this aspiring director, or some random guy. I don't know. There's like a hitman thing going on. But the first 2 acts are like that. And then the 3rd act, as is typical, goes completely off the rails. It's like a weird like retrospective where it's like these 2 characters met in like a past life, but they were killed, and I don't really know how to explain it. It really doesn't make any sense. But that was the moment I was waiting for just everything to go off the rails. There wasn't a goose eye scene, which I was surprised for. We also haven't seen a goose eye scene in Twin Peaks yet. Don't know when that's going to happen, or if that's going to happen, I guess. But there was no real grotesque scene that kind of kicked off everything going off the rails in Mulholland Drive. There was one for sure in Eraserhead, and everyone who's seen Eraserhead knows that. But yeah, nothing like that in Mulholland Drive. Like, there was, I guess like the only thing that would be remotely close to that is that there's like this stage show where there's like this Spanish singer, and she's like really good, but then she like passes out, and then I don't know, they find like a weird blue cube. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Overall, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5, maybe. It's pretty good, but I really don't get it. So that's probably as high as I'll go. I wouldn't say it's a masterpiece. It wouldn't be something I would just throw on. I would have to be in the mood for it. So I guess that's it for Lynch Power Hour. I'll keep you updated if I watch any more Lynch movies, which I don't know if I will. I might watch the Goose Eye one, just because I need to know why they call it that. But we'll just do on over to the music part of the podcast, hosted by James W. Babby.
Heck yeah.
I don't write anything down, but no albums this week, which is good for once.
Yeah.
Super Bowl announced the halftime show for 2022
Yes.
for some reason. I don't know
Kind
why,
of
to
early.
be honest. Yeah, a little early, since it's happening in February,
Yeah.
but it is in Los Angeles this year. So,
Oh.
normally you'd have to get Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Mary J. Blige, Eminem, and Kendrick to do the halftime show.
Yeah.
Obviously. So that's happening.
That's pretty cool.
Should be pretty cool. I think this is the first all hip hop halftime show.
Might be.
They telling me that they're not doing the SpongeBob thing.
No SpongeBob Krabby Patty this time.
No, not this.
Still not doing it.
Still not doing that.
I think they already missed their opportunity.
Yeah, they missed their opportunity.
Well, I'm not super familiar with Mary J. Blige, but isn't she a singer? Like R&B?
She sings and raps.
Oh, okay.
Kind of a Lauryn Hill-esque person.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that'll probably be the best halftime show in a while, I'd
Well,
imagine.
it doesn't have much competition, if I'm being honest.
Not
in
really.
like the past couple years.
No, but I'm just worried because there's 30 minutes and all of those people.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I think the only one I'd be worried about is Eminem.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think Eminem will just play his normal hits.
Yeah. Do you think he'll
I
play
will.
Stan?
No.
What?
He'll play his normal hits that always happen.
So, Mom
Monster,
Spaghetti,
Lose Yourself. Typical stuff.
Rap God.
Rap God. He won't do Rap God.
Wow, what a coward.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he could possibly do that song in a clean version.
I don't think so. But here's the kicker. Do you think that Kendrick is going to announce album before the Super Bowl show?
Well, there's rumors that there was a plan for like all of these artists to get albums out around before or after this time. So there's been rumors of an Eminem album, so I'm surprised it didn't come out this week.
Yeah.
Because usually he just drops out of nowhere as soon as he pops up in public, and he had some weird like pop-up restaurant stupid thing that he's doing in Detroit.
Oh, okay.
So I expected the album to just come out. And I think he did another song for Venom too, which is hilarious.
Yes, he did do
I didn't listen to it. After the first Venom, I never wanted to hear another Venom song.
that. No, I'm not going to listen to
Except Little Sims did a Venom song, so I should probably check that out.
it. Oh, really?
She's in the movie, I think, because she is an
Hey,
actor.
really?
Yeah, so I think she's in it. Which makes more sense than having Eminem do a song for it. But there will be an Eminem's album very soon, I think.
And then we
I'm
know
just
that
getting that
Dre's
feeling.
working on one, right?
Yes, so we know Dr. Dre's working on an album, we know Eminem's working on an album, and we know Kendrick has an album pretty much done. And this was rumored for all of these people to kind of have album rollouts. And now this got confirmed as a Super Bowl halftime. So it's very possible that we get 3 albums from these people,
Yeah,
which pretty epic.
that would be. Well, Snoop, he doesn't really do music.
No,
like
I don't think he was ever in the conversation, but Snoop Dogg does release music.
Yeah, well, he doesn't like drop albums or stuff like that anymore.
He doesn't do rollouts or anything. He just kind of drops music when he wants to.
Yeah, and I
He'll do
don't.
features or whatever. But
Yeah, features, but I guess.
I think the big 3 in the rumor were Dr. Dre, Eminem, and Kendrick,
Yeah,
and that seems to be true.
yeah. Well, I guess we'll see. Be pretty
But-
epic.
I think this further confirms that there will be new Kendrick music, hopefully, before this.
Well, I mean, it would be kind of weird for him to like go up and start performing Damn stuff after like.
Well, he's
5
going
years.
to, because
Well,
that's
yeah.
his radio stuff.
Yeah, he's gonna do Humble, probably. And probably King's
Yep.
Dead.
No. Kendrick will probably have 2 songs, if that,
Yeah.
and they'll probably make like some weird medley thing that they usually do for Super Bowl shows.
Yeah. It's kind of cool that he's getting a Super Bowl spot, though.
Yes, yeah, I will be excited for that.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they'll come up with some cool medley stuff because they all know each other. So I know Mary J. Blige has a song with Kendrick and all that.
Oh, she
So
does?
that'll work. Yeah.
Wait, didn't The Weeknd do last time?
Yes.
Never mind.
That's why I'm saying there should be, it should be one of the best in recent years.
Yeah. Like, I forgot. I thought that last year was the Shakira and...
No. Last year was pandemic one, so they had like the
That's
whole
right.
stadium.
So then the
Which
year
I don't know if
before,
they're doing it for this one or not.
I don't know. Huh, okay.
Either way, should be pretty sick.
Yeah, I still haven't seen the
long as
Weekend
they don't
one.
mess it
I
up.
should probably just watch
The Weekend
it.
one's good,
I'm sure it is. Is it all after hours stuff?
mostly.
Yeah.
But
That's pretty cool.
stay tuned for February when that happens.
Yeah.
But
We'll report on it in 4 months.
yeah. No new albums this week except the Meek Mill album, but I didn't listen to it because I don't care.
Wow.
This guy.
Let's see. Alchemist announced part 2 of his what's it called? This Thing of Ours mixtape series. I didn't know it was a series, but he put out the 4-track one earlier this year, and now he's releasing the second half next Friday, I think. But had a new single with Mavi this time, which is always good to hear. Pretty sick. This man does not stop working. Every single week I have to talk about him because he's just always releasing stuff.
Yeah. I don't know how. It's like he's
I
always
don't-
on stuff.
I don't know. But I think this one has features from Mavi. There's a Danny Brown feature on one of the songs. Or Earl Sweatshirt, I think. So should be a good little mixtape thing again.
Okay.
Still only 8 songs through 2 projects, but whatever. I don't care considering he releases like 3 albums a year with people.
Yeah.
What else we got? Phoebe Bridgers released the That Funny Feeling cover on Bandcamp.
Oh yeah, I saw. I think
Studio version.
Bo Burnham retweeted it.
Yeah,
He gave the official cosign.
the cosign,
Yeah.
which is good because his cover is amazing.
Yeah. I'll have to
But
listen
you put it up on Bandcamp for any amount of money. Funds go towards Texas abortion funds.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know if it's still on Bandcamp or if it was one day only. I'm sure it's probably still on there. But high quality studio version. 6 minutes and 40 seconds. I'm not sure if the
Whoa, that's longer than
yeah.
the original.
I was
Did
gonna
you
say,
add a
I'm pretty
verse?
sure it was. No, there's a whole ending part.
Oh, okay.
Let me see, how long is the regular one? 501. So yeah, there's a whole like she does like a country folk breakdown at the end of it for like 1:40.
And I still have to listen to that.
Mm-hmm. But it sounded pretty similar to the one in concert,
Yeah.
except you could hear like the production a lot clearer, obviously.
Yeah.
So there's like some little synth things going on and very Stranger in the Alps kind of version of it,
Mm.
which is epic. One of the best songs I've heard this year. From both of them, I guess. But
Yeah.
not to take credit away from Bo Burnham because you wrote it.
That's true.
But, yeah,
He's a
the
good old
song's
boy.
amazing. Yeah. Other than that, release dates this month. Young Thug has his album October 15th. Dissect Podcast Season 9 starts this Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
It's not officially known what it is yet, even though it's 99.9% confirmed, just like it was last time, because he does clues for a week before. He doesn't announce it until the episode's out, but
Okay.
he puts clues, and they get more and more obvious. But it is going to be swimming,
Oh, okay.
and probably circles, I would imagine. He obviously knows the connection between the two, so I'm sure there'll be both, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
That will be probably the most look forward to season for me since Damn, probably.
Yeah.
So Damn season is still insane. But
Kendrick Lamar's first.
Easy Season was cool, but I'm ready for this one.
Easy season approaching.
Easy Season.
Uh,
Very excited for that one. Don't know
Yeah.
if I'm ready for it, but we'll see. Should be some good stuff there. And Faces comes to streaming October 15th. So be deep in the Mac Miller stuff again in about 2 weeks.
yeah.
Get to hear Faces in studio quality on Spotify, which will be great. But other than that, maybe this month, JPEG Mafia literally 2 hours ago announced that he is dropping an album before the end of the year. It's going to be the last on whatever label he's on, and then it'll be independent.
Oh, okay.
But it's called LP. It's just taking the same freaking thing as EP and EP2.
Okay.
So I'm guessing the same kind of song structures, kind of, or sound, which is good. It's a lot less experimental in a way, but more kind of like this weird hip hop 90s boy band pop kind of sound. I'm ready for it. He did drop a single for it. It's not on Spotify though, because he couldn't get sample clearances for a lot of songs, which is unfortunate. Because the song was great. So he's gonna have 2 versions of the album, one that's online and one that's offline. The online one will be on streaming services. The offline one will be on YouTube and probably Bandcamp, I would imagine,
Yeah.
just because sample clearances and stuff. But very excited for that. Every time the guy drops, it's a treat. So,
Of course.
and EP2 is great. So I would imagine the best stuff is saved for this big one. And if the best stuff is being saved for this, and EP and EP2 don't have the best stuff, then it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
But
That'll be fun.
hopefully that comes out this month. I would imagine, since he's literally talking about it now. Usually when he talks about stuff, he'll just put it out.
Yeah.
Other than that, we're still waiting on a Kendrick release date.
Yeah. I always get excited when I see that black profile picture on Twitter.
I always get surprised.
Yeah. Like, oh, that's nice. It wasn't an album thing. It was just a picture of him and Dre, Snoop, and everyone else.
Yeah, definitely unexpected.
Yeah.
But at least he's getting his promotion out there again. He's coming back to the
He's
spotlight a
back.
little bit.
Yeah. It's
Just
cool.
gotta wait for the music of it now,
Please.
which is fine. I'm still digesting everything. But
Yeah.
I think that's it.
That's it?
That's like the slowest music week in a long time.
Wow.
But that's good.
Like nothing.
It's like nothing. But I need to freaking listen to the things that have come out. So that's good. No distractions.
There you go.
None.
Do we want to talk about YouTube stuff? What we've been doing on the
God, not
Playtime
YouTube.
music reaction?
All that YouTube.
If you want to. I feel like that stuff speaks for itself usually. But
We're doing gangbusters. We're
Yeah.
so good at our
What?
jobs.
we're great.
Yeah. That's it.
Got a humble brag at the end. That's it.
Not humble brag, just flex.
Just regular brag.
Yeah. This Charlie XCX video is the best video we've ever put out.
Ever made. I
Even
edited
better
it
than
in
Kangaroo Jack.
40 minutes.
Whoa.
Super quality.
Yep.
You did not just say that.
Oh, I did.
This guy, we gotta kick him off the pod.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
This is too
I
much.
am the pod.
Well, that's it. That's
Yep.
all the stuff I had. All the stuff you had.
Oh God, hurry, pull up Twitter.
Well, I don't. I don't
We're
know.
good for the short one.
Yeah, that's okay. If
There was
it
enough
is.
content last week for like 2 podcasts. So.
Yeah, that Nintendo Direct. We needed to talk about that.
Deep dive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Our last one was 2 hours.
Serious.
Yeah.
This one was like 40, 50 minutes.
We're at 44 right now.
Oh,
Let's go.
3 by the way.